when you're using ICT, it needs to be for a purpose. Okay, it's part of the process to actually produce an item. It's not the end point of the item. By this I mean saying that the students are going to be making a PowerPoint is not the best use of the technology. Okay, if the child decides to use PowerPoint to produce a presentation, okay, they are using it as a tool. They're not using it as they're not using it as the end point. So therefore, it gives them a greater chance to actually show what they're using it for. Okay, teachers in different curriculum areas will have different uses for ICT. The people who are using it in technology would be using ICT in different areas to the people who would be using it in maths. Okay, the person in a maths classroom would have greater use of technology in terms of using calculators, and particularly graphics calculators if they're teaching in the senior year levels. Whereas you'll find that people who are in photography, etc., would be using different types of ICT. Now, okay, the ICT is part of the solution. It's not the solution. It's part of the process. It's not the only way to do things. So we still need to be aware of the pedagogy and the teaching practices that are going to be used. Now, in using, say, a constructivist model where the students are bringing along their prior knowledge and their skills, okay, that in a classroom you're going to find that with ICT, this is going to vary greatly as compared to other types of skills. Okay, like if we were in a wood technology or metal technology, where the range of skills is going to be much less. Okay, when you look at the computing skills and the computing backgrounds of the kids, it's going to be much greater. Okay, and there will be lots of bad, I guess the word would be, skills that we want them to unlearn. We want to make sure that and help them to actually improve. Okay, so they're coming from a different background, they're coming from different levels. Okay, so what they're going to produce in the end is going to be different, but this is part of being the role of the teacher. Okay, you're setting the pathway, you're setting the structures for them to be involved with. Okay, but you have to understand that they're coming from a range of different skills and backgrounds. Within this whole thing, we need to then also include that there's also going to be an assessment component that's involved. Now, how is that assessment going to be used? Okay, and how does it work within a technology base? Okay, what sort of skills are we assessing? Are we assessing the use of the programs, or are we looking at the products that are produced using the programs, or how the students have actually learnt the programs? Okay, there's a range of different things we can look at